Can only hold so much in. Exclusive. For years, viewers have watched 1,000-pound sisters chronicle the deeply personal journeys of two Kentucky siblings navigating weight loss, family tension, health crises, and personal transformation. But beyond the dramatic weigh-ins and candid sibling spats, there has always been a quieter, more complicated story unfolding beneath the surface, one that centers on emotional survival as much as physical change. Now, Tammy Slaton is speaking out with unfiltered honesty about a struggle that cameras don't always capture: her declining mental health. "My mental health is getting worse," she says candidly. "I can only hold so much in." It's a statement that carries the weight of years. Years of public scrutiny, personal setbacks, grief, triumph, and the exhausting pressure of living one's transformation in front of millions. Living in the public eye. When the series first premiered, Tammy was known primarily for her larger-than-life personality, sharp humor, and complicated dynamic with her sister. Viewers saw her resistance to change, her frustration with medical setbacks, and her defensive reactions when confronted about her health. What they didn't always see, she now explains, was how much she internalized. "People think because I clap back or because I joke around that I'm strong all the time," she shares. "But sometimes I'm just trying not to fall apart." Reality television offers visibility, but it also magnifies vulnerability. Social media commentary can be relentless. For Tammy, criticism about her weight, relationships, and choices didn't just roll off her back. It accumulated. "You read enough comments about yourself, and even if you say they don't matter, some of them stick," she admits. "You start believing things about yourself that aren't even true." Grief that changed everything. One of the most defining moments of Tammy's life in recent years was the loss of her husband, Caleb Willingham. His death was not just a storyline, it was a devastating, deeply personal blow. "People saw the headlines, they saw the episode," she says. "But grief doesn't end when filming stops." She describes grief as something that reshaped her emotional landscape entirely. "Some days," she says, "feel manageable. Other days feel overwhelming. I don't think I ever processed everything the way I should have," she reflects. "I had to keep going. There's always something happening. Filming, appointments, life. You don't always get time to sit with it." Grief, she explains, often intensifies other mental health struggles. Loneliness feels heavier. Anxiety grows louder. Motivation fades. "It's like your brain doesn't shut off," she says. "You're tired, but your thoughts won't stop." The pressure to be the strong one. For much of the show's run, Tammy has been portrayed as stubborn, fiery, and at times combative. But she says that exterior often masks something else entirely. "I've always felt like I had to protect myself," she explains. "If I don't put up walls, I feel like I'll break." Over time, those emotional walls became both shield and prison. Bottling up feelings, she says, became second nature. You think you're handling it by not talking about it, but really you're just stacking it higher and higher inside you. The phrase she repeats, "I can only hold so much in," isn't metaphorical, it's literal. She describes moments when suppressed emotions spill out unexpectedly: irritability, tears, anger that seems disproportionate to the situation. "It's not always about what's happening in that moment," she explains. "It's about everything I didn't say before." Weight loss and emotional whiplash. Tammy's dramatic physical transformation has been one of the most talked about aspects of her journey. After bariatric surgery and intensive rehabilitation, she achieved milestones once thought impossible. But she says few people talk about what happens mentally after significant weight loss. "Everybody thinks when you lose the weight, all your problems disappear," she says. They don't. Body image issues didn't magically vanish. In some ways, they intensified. "You still see yourself the old way sometimes," she explains. "Your brain hasn't caught up." Rapid physical change can create identity confusion. Tammy says she sometimes feels disconnected from her reflection. Proud, yes, but also unsettled. "Who am I now?" she asks quietly. "I've been the big sister for so long." She explains that the identity shift has brought unexpected anxiety. The world treats her differently. Strangers approach her differently. Even family dynamics subtly change. "It's like I'm in the same life but in a different body," she says. "That's a lot to process."